that's cool. What the hell is an ill nana? Because ill means sick. If nana is shorthand for you got an STI, nigga? Like what? I'm confused. What's going on, bro? Like, what is she talking
sound.
about?
This sparked public speculation of tension, even though Kim initially denied it. In interviews, Kim said that Foxy was her girl and that she loved seeing another female rapper with a similar approach. In February of 1997, the two appeared together on the cover of the Source magazine. During Foxy's interview for the magazine, she referred to her and Kim as the Thelma and Louise of rap. This was actually a name for the Source. Kim Osorio said that she heard that it was over the album packaging being similar, specifically them wearing the same outfit. She heard that one.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Nah, bro, this got to be the most pettiest I ever seen. So you telling me we gave up 500K? Not like we split the 500K. We both getting 500K. So that's $1 million deal for an album, a collab album. Because we wore the same. What the fuck? Like, bro, this is petty. I was agreeing if it was like personal grievances and it's gonna make the music sound bad, but like, nigga, y'all could get over this. Well, we wore the similar fit, kind of a little bit, somewhat. Like, she got a whole hat on.
One had borrowed the outfit from the other, and it led to them not speaking. Regardless of the origin, the tension turned into a full-on rivalry.
I don't really think nobody fucking with it anyway, you know what I'm saying? 24 fucking hundred. I come from that fucking block. I been out that Johnny up and up that cutter. If we cannot get.
Welcome back. We back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to a Clout Cancun video. The biggest beefs in rap history explained. And this is continuing, finishing up part 1 of that long ass video. Let's get right into it. With Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy.
The beef between Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane began in 2005 over the song Icy. At the time, both artists were preparing to release albums and tensions built over who would claim the track. Gucci dropped his debut album Trap House in May with Icy included. When Young Jeezy released Let's Get It Thug Motivation 101, 2 months later, the song was not included. But before Jeezy ever released his debut studio album, he released the diss track Stay Strapped.
I'm so icy, and you're not icy at all. Your jewelry look like it came out the middle of the mall.
The war was on, and Gucci responded with Round 1. On the track Stay Strapped, Jeezy not only dissed Gucci, but he also put a $10,000 bounty on Gucci Mane's chain.
Hold on, bro. I mean, I got Gucci winning the beef, but realistically, we're not talking about like the street that happens. We just talking about like rapping, like track for track. Who do y'all think won? I still got Gucci. I don't care. This is not a lyrical contest about lyrical content. I don't give a shit.
It sparked real-life consequences. Not that long after, several men tried to rob Gucci while he was visiting someone. A scuffle occurred, which led to the death of a man by the name of Pookie Loc, a known affiliate of Jeezy. Gucci turned himself in, claimed self-defense, and was released on a $100,000 bond, the same day that Trap House was released. In 2006, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. After the dust cleared, Gucci made the diss track 745. Jeezy would not respond with a diss track until 2009 when he released 2423. Some stuff happened in between, with Gucci Mane making a mixtape with DJ Drama, who previously worked with Young Jeezy on Trap or Die, for example. Later, DJ Drama and Young Jeezy's team got into it, but after 2423, it looked like Jeezy and Gucci finally made up, but this would not be for long because Gucci dropped a nuke, which is the song Truth.
$10,000 bounty put on my neck. I hope you didn't pay them because they didn't have no success.
Gucci absolutely went in on Jeezy, and just 2 years later, in 2014, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Gucci ended up serving 2 years and was released in 2016. He looked like a completely different person and was in a much better place mentally than he was going in. In 2020, Gucci and Jeezy shocked fans when they agreed to do a versus, marking their first time on stage together in years. The event drew over 1.8 million live viewers and broke records. While the event started out cool, things heated up when Gucci performed Truth, disrespecting Jeezy's deceased friend Pookie Loc directly to his face, and even saying, "We smoking on that Pookie Loc tonight." Gucci,
brother, like, Why? Y'all agree to this bullshit. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It don't matter how much money y'all got paid to be there, bro. I don't care what y'all was trying to represent or present, nigga. That did not go like I thought it was gonna go, bro. Gucci was petty for like the first hour and a half, gang.
Later admitted in an interview that he regretted saying what he did, recognizing how
It is
intense
what
the
it
moment
is.
was. Interestingly, in 2011, Young Jeezy revealed that the original fallout with Gucci might have been a big misunderstanding. He claimed that Gucci was upset that he did not perform Icy, but Jeezy had recently undergone throat surgery and had not told anyone, not even his own label.
Are
Pusha
you
T
stupid?
versus Drake. I know that in the past couple of videos, I've said no repeats of the same person, but I feel like it's okay.
Brother, we got in a beef and somebody died. Cause you ain't want to tell nobody your vocal cords was messed up. Like you're a rapper. That's your bread and butter, gang. I can understand. Hood nigga or not. What?
For this video, considering that Drake has been in 3 of the biggest rap beefs in history. Yes, there will be another Drake entry in this video, as there will be a couple more repeat guests in this video. But the beef between Drake and Pusha T did not start with them. It was inherited. It goes back to 2002 when the clips appeared on Birdman's song What Happened to That Boy that was produced by the Neptunes.
I heard he's snitching on a player, man, say it ain't so. Even as a youngin', they consigned me to blow.
According to reports, Birdman never paid the Neptunes, which led to tension, because the clips was signed to their Star Trek label, and the Neptunes were their close collaborators. On the other side, Lil Wayne, being signed to Cash Money and being mentored by Birdman, felt the need to defend his camp. As time went on,
For what? Nigga, they didn't pay. Like, nigga, wait. Wayne, do you think it's okay now to get paid, gang? Cause you got hit with this Sange. Like, bro, it's a cycle. If he not gonna pay the Neptunes, why would he pay you?
things shifted from business to image. People noticed Wayne adopting the Clips' and Pharrell's style, wearing Bape and Billionaire Boys clothing. This fueled speculation that the Clips were dissing Wayne on their 2006 track, Mr. Me Too. No Malice denied the song was aimed at Wayne, but the tension was still there. Once No Malice retired from rap and Pharrell started doing his own thing, the focus of the feud shifted. It became Pusha T versus Lil Wayne. These two exchanged disses with one another. Eventually, Drake was brought into this feud.
Stop. Get some help. They did not exchange disses. Pusha dissed that nigga Wayne, and Wayne dropped Bullish. That shit was not no. This is what I'm saying. And again, Wayne's still one of them ones for me. But brother, a rap beef is just not your forte. It's just not. No, it's never been his forte. Like, it's never been his bag. That nigga be having one response to a nigga, then niggas be like, oh, that's what he coming with? Oh, there's no reason to even continue this rap beef, because nigga, what was that? I've never seen that before ever in hip hop. Where you drop and then nigga just don't respond because like there's no need to. It wasn't. Oh yeah, bro. Let me address this. There was none of that. Unfortunately,
due to being under Wayne's Young Money label, Drake and Pusha began exchanging subliminal jabs for years, but things came to a head in 2018. Pusha released the song Infrared, which appeared on his album Daytona.
Winning. The bigger question is how the Russians did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
Drake quickly clapped back with Duppy Freestyle.
Don't push me when I'm in album mode. You're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes. You send shots, well, I gotta challenge those.
I love that beat. I love that beat. I just wish Drake would have actually. Like, he was addressing Kanye too much on that beat for me, bro. I don't care about Kanye, nigga. I don't. Kanye don't rap with niggas. Not for real. Hey, bro. Why are you addressing Kanye, gang? Who cares?
Talking about the song, Pusha T said that Drake mentioning his wife is when the gloves were off, and off they were, as Pusha T replied with the legendary diss track, The Story of Adidon.
Real. Love that baby, respect that girl, forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah.
The cover featured Drake in blackface, and the song exposed something no one expected: Drake having a secret child with a former adult actress. Pusha accused Drake of hiding his son and planning to debut him through a marketing rollout with Adidas using the name Adidon. At the time, Drake was rumored to be switching from Jordan brand to Adidas, rumors later confirmed by Pharrell. Pusha also mocked Drake's producer, OVO40, referencing his multiple sclerosis, and claimed that 40 was the one who leaked the child info by pillow talking with the woman. Drake later claimed that Kanye was the one who leaked the info about his son, something that both Kanye and Pusha denied. Pusha stood 10 toes down about his claim that 40 was the source. There were rumors that Drake had a second diss ready, but Jay Prince, CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records and mentor to Drake, stepped in and told him not to release it. J. Prince said the record was too personal and would have ruined careers, not just Pusha's, but Kanye's as well. Drake.
No, it would have ruined Kanye's career. I don't think you have anything on Pusha. And I don't even know if you can ruin Kanye's career, because this nigga be saying the wildest in American history, and it don't be doing nothing. This nigga still operating at a regular capacity, like he just chilling. He be saying some of the wildest ever, and it doesn't matter. So no, I don't believe any of that shit.
Agreed to hold back and never dropped a response. In 2019, Drake acknowledged that he lost the battle, calling it his first major defeat in a rap beef. Since then, there's been no reconciliation. With the new Clips album probably out as the time that I'm recording this, many are wondering if Pusha will reignite the feud or at least have some bars about it. MGK versus Eminem. The beef between Eminem and MGK began in 2012 when a 22-year-old Machine Gun Kelly tweeted about Eminem's underage daughter. Since Eminem has a history of going after anyone who mentions his daughter, like Benzino and Ja Rule, this comment did not go unnoticed. Over time, MGK felt blackballed by the industry, claiming that Eminem had banned him from platforms like Shade 45, an uncensored hip-hop channel created by Eminem. In 2017, during a freestyle with the LA Leakers, MGK claimed his favorite rapper had banned him from Shade 45. Things escalated in 2018 when MGK featured on Tech Nine's song No Reason, which Eminem interpreted as a subliminal diss. That same year, Eminem dropped his surprise album Kamikaze, and on the track Not Alike, he fired direct shots at MGK.
Up to Mina, so he does a feature, decides to team up with Nina. But next time you don't gotta use Tech 9 if you wanna come at me with a submachine gun.
MGK quickly clapped back with his own diss track Rap Devil, where he called out Eminem for being out of touch and insecure.
I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
The song gained major traction, going platinum, peaking at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 and raking up hundreds of millions of views. But just 11 days later, Eminem responded with Kill Shot.
Before you die, let's see who can out Petty who with your corny lines. Slim your old out Kelly ooh, but I'm 45 and I'm still out telling you.
Eminem's Kill Shot was a viral hit, breaking YouTube records with 38 million views in 24 hours, and it peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's widely seen as a decisive win for Eminem. MGK later said that he had a follow-up diss ready, but backed off after he heard Kill Shot, rating it a 6 out of 10, but ultimately...
Brother, you dropped a 6 out of 10. Which probably would have been like a 2 out of 10 for Shady, if Shady would drop that. And you think that Killshot was a 6 out of 10, and he nuked you. 300 million viewers nuked you. Like, what? Like, I legitimately have questions. Which one do y'all think? Well, it's probably, they're not like us, right? It's probably not like us, but like, nigga. As far as numbers, views, them shit's gotta be top 2. What is this nigga talking about?
Never responded. Fans joke that Eminem ended MGK's rap career, which prompted him to switch genres, a switch that has become a successful move for him, ironically.
He's a dog, though.
50 Cent versus The Game. By 2004, The Game was signed to Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment label, but despite his lyrical ability, he was seen as someone who struggled with crafting full songs and hooks. Like many other artists signed to Aftermath over the years, he was at risk of being shelved. That all changed when Jimmy Iovine, co-founder of Interscope Records, and the label team had the idea to place him in G-Unit. At the time, G-Unit had strong representation from the East Coast with 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo, and from the South with Young Buck, but no one from the West Coast. The Game filled that gap. Though he did not request to join G-Unit, he accepted the role, recognizing that it was a huge opportunity given the group's dominance in the mid-2000s. Because of this strategic move, 50 Cent ended up playing a huge role in shaping the Game's debut album, The Documentary. He featured on the first 3 singles and even gave the Game songs that were originally intended for his own upcoming album. That generosity came at a cost. 50 Cent had to push back his second album, The Massacre, from February to March of 2005. This is because Interscope Records wanted the documentary to have some breathing room. They knew The Massacre would be monstrous and did not want it to overshadow the Game's debut album. But the documentary ended up being a major success, peaking at number 1 and selling over 586,000 copies in its first week, eventually going double platinum. But behind the scenes, things were starting to fall apart. In February of 2005, while 50 Cent was doing promo for The Massacre, he went on Power 105.1 and kept it real about his feelings toward the Game.
I recorded 6 records on Game's new album.
Right.
I did West Side Story, How We Do, Hated to Love It, Church for Thugs, Special, and Higher. You see what I'm saying? And he came back recently from overseas and was disrespectful, man. Like the way he's like, it's like he's feeling himself, like because of how well his record is selling. You know, so I openly, I wouldn't expose what I did for the project, but I wrote those records. I created the concept of those records and he rapped around it. he's a great rapper. He's not a good songwriter. You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
It's a major difference. You know?
Yeah.
And he says a lot of people's names for shock value. He says things he doesn't mean. He says a lot of things and take it back.
So where does he stand as far as G-Unit is concerned right now?
Across the street or around the corner. He's not in my camp.
Damn.
Not at all.
No way.
Okay.
Not after being that
Not in my
disrespectful
camp.
and at the same time.
So after this, the Game was being interviewed on Hot 97, and a caller called in to the station to ask the Game about how he
You gotta
felt
diss this
about
nigga.
what 50 Cent said.
I just want to know what's up with Game, what's up with him and 50. 50 talking real greasy, you know?
What exactly? What did he say?
Somebody asked him where Game still with G-Unit. He said around the block. He said across the street around the block. He said, he said next album he ain't doing nothing for you. You gonna sell like 500,000 copies.
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
Nigga. Oh, I think he's talking about total. I'm like, brother, he sold 500,000 copies for the documentary. What the hell?
Wow. What you think about that, man?
Yo, Game, don't hurt this cat. Don't hurt this cat, man. Listen to the clown, man.
Yo, man.
What the hell is he talking about? But we can't get into this. Bruh, I'm not. What are you talking about? Sion not to hurt 50 Cent. What the are you talking about? Why would you think 50 Cent would even let niggas get near him? I just said he around the corner. He's not getting past that corner.
Rockin' with Queens, man.
Hey, yo, you know what I'm gonna do, man?
What you gonna do, baby?
I'm gonna be easy and I'm gonna make good music, homie.
That's all.
And you know what else I'm gonna do, big dog?
What you gonna
I'm
do?
gonna keep it 100% hood and still cross over.
Then later that day, 50 Cent went to Hot 97, and this is where things went all the way left. His interview with Funk Flex was abruptly cut.
Enough's enough? It's Hot 97. Funk Flex. We focus. Hey, it's okay, fellas. Hey, it's all great.
What had happened was that while 50 Cent was on air with Funk Flex, the Game was listening in. He figured that since they were both in New York, he would pay him a visit. So the Game and his associates pulled up to Hot 97, but they were denied access to the building. An altercation outside led to shots, and the Game's associate, New Jersey Devil, was hit. The incident made headlines, signaling that the feud had turned dangerous. To ease tensions,
Like, bro, he's stupid. Game. He said you're a bad songwriter, Game. He also said you was only gonna sell 500,000 copies, which nigga, that's a lot of copies. I don't know what the hell. Am I missing something? But nigga, just make music. The only reason you would even feel disrespected is because you was a stripper, nigga. Why are you sensitive? He said you can't rap. No, he said you can't write. He said you can rap. He said you can't write. Nigga, learn how to write, dumbass.
50 in the Game called a truce on March 9th, 2005, the anniversary of Biggie's death. They held a joint press conference in Harlem, apologized to each other, and donated to youth charities. But fans could tell that the piece was shaky. The body language and tone did not feel sincere. Sure enough, just months later in June, the Game performed at Summer Jam, dissed G-Unit, threw his G-Unit chain in the crowd, and launched the infamous G-U-Not campaign. From here, he began dropping mixtapes like You Know What It Is Volume 3. On the cover, he's wearing a G-U-Not shirt while he's holding 50 Cent's head. This mixtape contains the legendary diss track 300 Bars and Runnin'. It's a nearly 15-minute diss track where the Game unleashes 300 bars on 50 Cent.
I think he dropped another version of that. Not another version. I think he dropped like a updated 600 bars. Because I remember that when I was in high school, he dropped that shit. But it wasn't a diss. He was just rapping. Solid rapper.
And G-Unit. This beef came at an awkward time for 50 Cent because he had just released his sophomore album, which was very successful, and he was gearing up to release his movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. So one of the main responses that he gave to the Game at the time was the shots at him in the Piggy Bank video. But the Game was on 50 Cent's neck, dropping Dose Unit and Stop Snitching, Stop Lying the same year. Stop Snitching, Stop Lying was also a DVD where the Game continued to troll 50 Cent. 50 Cent would not full-on reply to the Game until 2006 when he was done promoting his film. By far the most famous diss track from his side appeared on the G-Unit radio mixtape. It's the song Not Rich, Still Lying.
Didn't you say you woke up out the coma 2001? Well, your brother says you never were in a coma. Didn't you say you were in a gang? Well, your brother says you were never in a gang.
The beef took a darker turn in 2007. Tony Yayo and Lodi Mack, an affiliate of G-Unit, assaulted the teenage son of Jimmy Henchman, the game's manager. The 14-year-old boy was wearing a Czar Entertainment shirt, which called...
Hold on, bro. Y'all don't know Jimmy Henchman a murderer, bro. Y'all better start playing with Jimmy before you get on that. Yeah. Jimmy was with that.
Caught their attention. Yayo was arrested, but later received community service. Lodi Mack had to serve jail time, but not that long after his release, he was found dead. Jimmy Henchman was implicated for his death. In 2018, he was sentenced to life plus 30 years. More violence followed, including the shooting of Tony Yayo's mother's house. These incidents revealed how personal and street level the beef had become, far beyond music. Both artists have continued to take jabs online and in interviews at each other. The beef seems impossible to fully squash. Even if they call another truce, many believe that it would be temporary, just like in 2005. Lil Kim versus Nicki Minaj. When idols turn rivals, this is exactly what happened between
Kim. Two beefs at two. The first beef was stupid. If the beef with Nicki is dumber, oh my God. Why, gang? Why? Why the legends can't just be legends and usher in a new era? Like, goddamn, tripping is.
Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has never shied away from saying Lil Kim influenced her, but when she dropped her 2008 mixtape Sucker Free, people quickly began comparing the two. The promo poster for the mixtape paid clear tribute to Kim's infamous pose from her 1996 hardcore album. While some fans saw it as a nod to a legend, behind the scenes, it stirred up tension. Nicki's former manager, Deborah Antony, aka Waka Flocka Flame's mom, claimed that the concept of making Nicki Minaj into a newer version of Lil Kim came from Big Fendi, another one of Nicki Minaj's former managers. This was her manager before Deborah stepped into the picture. Fendi himself has said that he was heavily involved in crafting Nicki's early image, pushing her to embrace a bold, provocative style and sex symbol persona very similar to Lil Kim's branding. As the comparisons grew louder, Nicki tried to show respect. Shout out to Lil Kim. I think she's dope. I love her. I met with her and we had a little talk, and I told her, listen, I have nothing against you. If anything I ever said or did came off crazy, it wasn't meant to be that way. Still, Nicki was hearing from people behind.
Damn, this conversation is reminiscent of the conversation Lotto and Nicki had. My nigga, what the hey, it goes in cycles, gang. Like, bro, everything is recycled. None of this is new. All of these niggas doing the same. I've never seen it like this. Oh yeah, this how Lil Kim treated me, so this how y'all younger acts about to get it. Nicki, what the hell? My God. Like, I know we don't be seeing. I know nigga be saying you one of the best rappers ever, female, and I'd be like, nigga, I was in that era. It was cool. I was never impressed, gang. And now you doing all this extra shit. And some of these females can dead out rap you. You will not step in that booth. I swear to God.
Behind the scenes, specifically from Foxy Brown, that Kim was not feeling her at all. Around that time, the two actually met backstage at a Lil Wayne concert and took a photo together. The accounts of what exactly happened differ slightly depending on who you ask, but it's clear that any tension had not been fully resolved. You might wonder why Lil Kim was even backstage at a Lil Wayne concert. At the time, Lil Kim had just left Atlantic Records and was in early talks with Cash Money CEO Ronald Slim Williams about potentially partnering with the label. Remember, Nicki Minaj officially signed to Young Money, an imprint under Cash Money, in 2009. Later that year, Lil Kim and Nicki were both featured on Birdman's track Grindin' Making Money.
I grind all day, getting money. Damn, it take all day to count the money.
Lil Kim felt slighted when the song was not promoted properly. It did not make the standard edition.
Hey, you know what's so crazy, bro? Cause Play Ball was I bought that weak ass album. I'm actually sad to say that I put money in Birdman pocket multiple times. Cause I think I bought Like Father Like Son too. No, 2 as well. Not the new one. No, I didn't know. No. Unless there was a 2 back then I might have bought that one too. But nigga, Money to Blow was on this. That album was hitting. That Money to Blow on that motherfucker. Yeah, Play Ball on that motherfucker. Yeah, T-Pain on that motherfucker. Yeah, always strapped on that motherfucker. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. He had about seven solid songs for back in the day on that album. I definitely bought that shit. Fuck 2009.
A Birdman's priceless album, and no music video was ever released. From Lil Kim's perspective, this was the start of her being pushed aside and the beginning of the end for her potential deal with Cash Money. She even said that after that, no one from the label would answer her calls. Things escalated in 2010 when Ray J appeared on stage with Lil Kim during a performance. He said that he was tired of seeing Lil Kim imposters, and while he did not name names, it was clear who he meant. Though Ray J initially denied dissing Nicki, he later told Vlad TV that he spoke out of term and was responsible for the beef. That same night, Lil' Kim added fuel to the fire. She told the crowd that she loved this certain person but felt disrespected because they had not properly paid homage. She said, "If you don't pay homage, F you." Nicki did not respond directly, but Drake did. On stage with Nicki shortly after, he called Kim irrelevant and said Nicki Minaj is the baddest chick to ever do it. Then came the moment where things turned from tension into full-on war. Lil' Kim dropped Black Friday, a diss track that appeared on her 2011 mixtape of the same name. The cover art featured a headless Nicki Minaj, clearly showing that Lil' Kim was done playing nice.
We all know your last names, what got you a job. Used to put together gimmicks, something like a collage.
This was a
I never heard that. Lil' Kim actually flowing on that mouth.
response to what Lil' Kim saw as sneak disses on Nicki Minaj's song Roman's Revenge. Nicki never released a full-blown diss track in response, but she did release Stupid Ho in 2012, which many believe was aimed at Lil' Kim. The track peaked at number 59 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has since gone platinum.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta give Drake his flowers, bro. I just really thought about this. Drake, the only nigga that was in the Young Money camp that's really with the bars. He the only nigga that really said, you know what? I'll put it on my back, nigga. Like, I'll rap all y'all niggas. I can put some respect on that, bro. I really don't care for the nigga, but hey, that's hard. Niggas view you as a soft nigga, and you done entered more beefs than Nicki ever did, and actually rapped in them and won. How about winning? Can we speak for winning? And then, same thing with Tunchi. Like, Tunchi really didn't partake in beefs. Like, you had the one response, but the response was weak, so it's like, nigga, I'm not rapping to this. When you don't respond to Drake, brother, you're getting clipped.
While the lyrics never named Kim directly, the tone and timing made the target pretty obvious. From there, the beef became a back and forth filled with subliminal shots, shady interviews, and tension in the media. Kim released another diss track, Identity Theft, in 2014, but it did not hit the same way that Black Friday did. Over time, things cooled off. There was no official truce, no public reconciliation, but also no more major public disses. Nicki Minaj has continued to name Lil' Kim as an influence in recent years. What makes this feud so interesting is how blurred the lines are between
Yo, Lil' Kim like a fucking alien in this bit. Like, what the heck? Is her face swollen? Did she get stung by bees? What happened? Maybe it's the fit. Maybe it's the fit that's making her look crazy.
Homage and imitation, respect and competition. Nicki Minaj did give Lil' Kim props multiple times, but it may not have been enough for someone who felt that her legacy was being erased in real time. Meek Mill versus Drake. The Drake versus Meek Mill beef began in 2015 when Drake did not promote Meek Mill's album Dreams Worth More Than Money. Meek Mill took it personally and accused Drake of using a ghostwriter. He pointed to Drake's line on Rico, "The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge," thinking that it was a shot at him since he was dating Nicki Minaj at the time. Nicki and Drake are label mates and they have history with each other, but they have been adamant that their friendship has been platonic despite some of the things that they've said about each other throughout the years. But this is when Meek learned about Quentin Miller and how Drake might have not came up with this line. Quentin Miller made a
shout out Quentin, man. Shout out Wedding Crashers, man. I ain't gonna lie. Underrated, man. That nigga actually was good with that music. Like, shout out to Drake for actually picking him up, even though, you know, he was trying to keep a nigga under the wing, and then it's just like, that getting exposed, let me see, oh yeah, bro, Quentin actually tough. Quentin was cooking on SoundCloud. He's actually super tough.
Reference track for Drake for the song Rico. He also made references for Drake's 2015 mixtape, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Oh, money new, women gotta keep it bouncing. The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge.
In response, Drake dropped the diss track Charged Up, followed 2 days later by the hard-hitting diss track Back to Back.
World tour. Is that a world tour or your girl's tour? I know that you gotta be a thug for.
Meek Mill fired back with the song Wanna Know, but it did not land the same. Drake was crowned the victor in the battle, with some believing that Meek Mill should have won by default due to him.
Hold on, is that the song where he got the Undertaker noise or some shit like that? That song was butts. I remember that barely.
Exposing Drake for having a ghostwriter. This beef reportedly also stemmed from Drake not attending one of Meek Mill's shows, which added to Meek's resentment. In 2018, the two squashed their beef when Drake brought Meek Mill on stage during his Boston show while he was on tour with the Migos. They later collaborated on Meek Mill's 5 times platinum song, Going Bad. Since then, the two have remained cool. Cannabis versus LL Cool J. The beef between Cannabis and LL Cool J is one of the most bizarre in rap history, and it all started over a tattoo.
Oh, hold on. So, since LL Cool J's beef is in here, Are we getting him versus Kumo D or no? Or no? It's 20 minutes left. Are you gonna mention Kumo D? No, no respect for the dark skin. None. All right.
Cannabis once asked LL about the microphone tattoo on his arm and mentioned wanting one just like it. LL was not feeling this and told him to get his own idea. Cannabis had already recorded a verse for LL's track 4321 referencing the microphone tattoo.
Redman, where the squad at? Is that a mic on your arm? Let me borrow that. Who's the guard of rap you saying is nice?
LL took offense and asked Cannabis to change his verse.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
So Cannabis obliged, but LL kept his own verse dissing Cannabis on the final version.
Form into a time bomb. You don't want to bar that. You want to idolize. And you don't want to make me mad. You want to socialize.
At the time, the public did not know the back.
LL, you pussy. You made me rewrite my and you still dissing me in this. Like, hey, if I'm rewriting this, I'm gonna make it worse because I was just trying to pay homage. Like, bro, that mic's tough. Let me see that. You know what I'm saying? And you saying, oh yeah, bro, you don't want the mic, bro. You want to idolize. You don't want to idolize, nigga. Oh, you think I'm a dick rider? You gotta go.
Story or that LL was taking shots at Cannabis. Cannabis felt played since LL dissed him on the track even after he told him to remove the line about the microphone. There was mounting pressure for Cannabis to go at LL, but after a phone call conversation that you can hear online, he was advised by LL to wait 2 months in order to do a track with him, which would signify that things were all good between the two. This did not go according to plan because once the original version started circulating, people caught on. So Cannabis decided to take the risk and respond to LL with the legendary diss track Second Round KO in 1998.
Of your fans wear high heels. From Ice-T to Kumo D to Jay-Z. Now you wanna fuck with me? You must be crazy.
This was a bold move. Cannabis was still a newcomer, while LL was a hip-hop icon on his 7th album with Phenomenon. Cannabis had yet to release his debut album. LL fired back with The Ripper Strikes Back.
Bob Marley and Buster, ask Cannabis. He ain't understanding this, because 99% of his fans don't exist.
This line will never make me not crack up, especially since LL was dead serious when he said this.
Like, brother, he literally never dropped his first album. Literally, 99% of that nigga fans do not. Alright, but
LL followed up this song with Rasta Imposter, but it did not hit as hard. Cannabis eventually replied in 2001 with Rip the Jacker, using LL Cool J's I'm Bad instrumental. From here, pretty much the beef between the two fizzled out. Finally, in 2014, the two publicly squashed their beef and even performed 4321 together. While the feud gave us a classic diss in Second Round KO, it arguably hurt Cannabis' career. Still, LL later admitted that Cannabis was one of his toughest opponents, which says a lot considering LL's battle history. Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma. The Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma feud is said to date back to 2007 when Nicki Minaj dropped her mixtape Playtime Is Over, featuring the freestyle Dirty Money where she rapped over a Terror Squad beat. Terror Squad being a crew that Remy Ma...
My bad, Nicki. I forgot. I damn near forgot about this beef. You did respond to Remy. Too bad she sheathed your ass. She sheathed your ass. Damn. Nicki was in all the beefs though. She just not. She a Twitter finger nigga. Like, bro, you dead got Twitter fingers. Like, this is crazy. Anyway, I mean, she was with the nigga that had Twitter fingers.
was a part of. Some bars were believed to be aimed at Remy, referencing her 2004 Fight Club win when she took home a $20,000 cash prize. Remy thought that the line was about her and confronted Nicki at a mixtape release party, though she later said that she understood that it was just rap. When Remy told the story, she was in prison. This is because in 2008, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison for firing and wounding a friend after discovering money was missing from her purse after a night out in Manhattan. While incarcerated, Nicki Minaj publicly supported her. When Remy was released in 2014, she showed love to Nicki, but the peace did not last. Subliminals started flying in songs like Truffle Butter Remix, Ooh Remix, and the Pink Print Freestyle. In 2017, Remy Ma dropped the No Holds Barred diss track Sheether, rapping over Nas's Ether beat with brutal lyrics and a cover art of a dismembered Barbie doll.
Run, talking about bringing knives to a fight with guns when the only shots you ever took was in your buns.
Years later, Sheether was brought back in the spotlight amid Remy and Papoose' breakup, especially after Papoose allegedly claimed.
Hold on. Papoose claims he wrote 99%. That's disrespectful. I mean, what is the 10% at that point, gang? You put your name on the paper, gang? That's like, you know, you used to get points for that shit. Like, yeah, bro, you forgot to put your name on the paper. That's literally the 10%. He wrote 90% of Remy Ma's raps, including Conceited. She's cooked, buddy. And he put it, she put this, she responds, I put this on my daughter's life. She want to talk all this money, talk all of this, and what I don't got, and what I got. Since I met her, I've written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. The Brooklyn rapper asserted, saying that he still has entire verses he's written for her saved in his iPhone. I can type any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. I've never asked for a penny. I've never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Every time you bring up Papoose, I just think of this nigga really was a stand-up nigga, bro. She did a whole bit, he holding it down. Nigga, he rapping this. Like, bro, you doing all of this. You come out, you done started a league. I thought he was co-owning the league or something. I don't know if he was funding. I don't know what was going on. And then you want to sleep with a battle rap nigga. Gang, this is so crazy. Like, what did Papoose do to deserve? You know what? It don't even matter no more. He got a whole nother girl now. But it's like, my nigga, Remy be trolling.
To have written most of her bars. This reignited questions around ghostwriting, something that Nicki accused him of doing back then. Remy Ma followed up with the song Another One, but this failed to land. This was her attempt at a back-to-back type of record. Nicki responded with bars on her song No Frauds.
Tried to drop another one, you was itching to scrap. You exposed your ghost right and hell you wish it was crap.
Nicki Minaj.
She said some. Whole time it was Pap or something like that. Or something about a Pap smear bar. All she needed was a Pap, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I ain't gonna lie. I was actually entertained by what Nicki was saying. I don't know. To be honest with you, it more so seems like Remy Ma self-destructed in the midst of the battle than Nicki overly cooking her. But Nicki, the way she be cooking niggas is IG, social media. Like, that's her rap beef ability. It's not like she's just gonna overly bar a nigga to death. You never seen
claimed that this was not a diss track, it was a hit. He also criticized Remy in an Instagram post, saying that she needed to drop a hit, called her a peasant, and to stay in her place. This marked the peak of their beef. They continued taking shots, but the feud fizzled out. In 2023, rumors of a truce popped up after Nicki quoted Remy on her IG story, but nothing official ever came of it. Remy Ma later said that it was not just the subliminals, it was the behind-the-scenes moves that she claimed Nicki made to block her from red carpets, awards, and favorable media coverage. Whether they'll ever truly make peace remains to be seen. 50 Cent versus Rick Ross. According to Rick Ross, the tension began at the 2008 BET Awards when he claimed 50 Cent looked at him the wrong way on the red carpet. But 50 Cent later said that he did not even remember seeing Rick Ross and brushed it off as Ross using him to gain publicity and boost his career. Before things turned hostile, 50 actually congratulated Ross on the success of his Trilla album. But in the same breath, he also warned him to not stand too close to Fat Joe, someone that 50 had beef with due to Fat Joe's association with Ja Rule and Murder Inc. That comment rubbed Ross the wrong way. He took it as 50 coming for someone that he was cool with and decided to respond. That response came in early 2009 when Rick Ross's song Mafia Music was leaked online.
Curtis Jackson, baby mama ain't asking for a cent. Burn a house down, you gotta buy another.
In the song, he mentions 50 Cent by his real name and takes a not so subtle shot at a 2008 house fire at 50 Cent's Long Island property. The fire was deemed suspicious and happened amid a bitter legal battle between 50 and the mother of his eldest son. Rick Ross, referencing this real life issue, crossed the line with 50 and he responded fast with the diss track Officer Ricky.
That Drake Bamboza, I do it for the moolah, move your bullseye.
The title mocked Rick Ross's past as a corrections officer, which had been exposed in 2008. Rick Ross initially denied it, but later admitted that he had worked as a CEO and dated.
No. The nigga denied it, admitted to it, denied it again, then admitted to it again, then denied it again, and then denied it again, and then mentioned it again. Like, bro, that nigga just be lying and shit on Jesus.
County for 18 months starting in 1995. After Officer Ricky, 50 escalated things way beyond music. He released a video called Warning Shot, doubling down on his attacks, but it did not stop there. 50 made it personal in ways hip-hop had never truly seen. He appeared in another video with Rick Ross's baby mother, Tia Kemp.
What the fuck? Gang, this how Shorty got famous, gang. I'm thinking in my head, that name familiar was talking about this, but it's evidence. Ain't put it. Gang, it all makes sense. It all makes sense, brother. What the front door is going on? Y'all done put Tia Kent into a position. I done seen it now. Like, this is a 16-year-old video. You can go see Tia Kent right now talking to niggas who's popping. Like, how? Why would y'all? Whatever, dog. Y'all niggas just be giving anybody clout.
Who aired out Rick Ross publicly. She claimed that he rented his jewelry, leased his cars, and was generally fake. Then 50 took her on a shopping spree, filmed the whole thing, and put it on YouTube.
Like, gang, this is a video of her now. This is a picture of her now. What the hell is going on?
Straight disrespect. Rick Ross fired back with the song Kiss My Pinky Ring Curly, using the nickname Curly to mock 50 Cent's real name, Curtis. But in return, 50 Cent flipped the name into the now infamous Pimpin' Curly skits. Then 50 Cent went lower. He posted an explicit adult tape on his website featuring another one of Rick Ross's baby mothers with an unidentified man. 50 Cent narrated the tape himself in character as Pimpin' Curly. It was a new level of trolling, and it did not go unpunished. The woman.
Nigga, is that not revenge? Yorn? Jury to 50 Cent. Pay $5 million to women who sued over. Yeah, brother, like, you can't just put that on the internet, nigga. What the hell?
Woman in the tape sued 50 Cent for posting it without her consent. He was eventually ordered to pay $5 million in damages, which became part of a larger bankruptcy case that 50 filed a few years later. In turn, 50 sued his own legal team, claiming that they mishandled the case. But Rick Ross did not back down. He released a remix to Mafia music featuring some of 50 Cent's biggest enemies, Fat Joe, The Game, and
Rick Ross, you suck at beef. Like, nigga, you just brought up 3 losers, nigga. What I ain't doing to me, nigga. You know what? I think Rick Ross might have won his beef, though. Bar-wise, I mean, 50 only dropped 1 song, so maybe. I guess, like, quality, I mean, not quality, quantity over, I mean, number-wise, I don't, he had more diss tracks, nigga. Rick Ross, this that nigga 3 times, this nigga this man once. And then this whole other next level trolling. This really just started off his trolling career.
And Ja Rule, all artists who had history with 50 Cent and now found a common target in him. He also released In Cold Blood, where the video depicts a mock funeral of 50 Cent. Rick Ross made it clear that the beef was not over. Then 50 Cent brought Tia and Rick Ross's son to Floyd Mayweather's mansion.
Brother, I'm not doing this with this nigga. You see what I'm saying? You keep dissing the nigga. Rick Ross, you kept dissing the nigga. Hey, he's going on trips with your son, nigga. Huh? There's no more dissing. Like, Rick Ross, at this point, you have to get in shape and then learn how to fight and then challenge this man 50 Cent to a boxing match because he just tried your life. That's what would have had to happen in that order, nigga. I would have had to get right, learn how to box with Floyd ass nigga, and then we gonna meet at that nigga crib. Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about?
Filmed it and also posted this online. The pettiness was on a historic level. Since the peak of the feud in 2009-2010, things have never fully cooled off. Over the years, they've continued throwing shots on social media, in interviews, and even in their music. It's safe to say that, again, this is one of those feuds that might never get fully squashed. Eminem versus The Source. In the early 2000s, Eminem feuded with The Source magazine after they refused to give him a perfect 5-mic rating. His sophomore album, the Slim Shady LP, got 4 mics, while his third album, the Marshall Mathers LP, only received 2. This angered Eminem and led to multiple disses, including his track, The Sauce.
When the unsigned hype column and the source was like the only source of light. When the mics used to mean something, the 4 was like you were the Now it's like the least you get. 3.5 now just means you a piece of 4.5 or 5 means you Biggie, Jigga, Nas, or Benzino. I don't even think you realize you're playing with motherfuckers live.
The beef shifted to the Source code.
I'm dead as hell. That nigga said or Benzino. Like, hon, did you just put Biggie in? Oh, I get it. He like, nigga, y'all gave Benzino a 5?
Owner Benzino, who was also a rapper. This led to the 2 trading diss tracks. The 5 might give her, the Marshall Maggie Ripper. Better never let me see you with some juice, I'm gonna strip you. In 2003, the Source played what would become known as the racist tapes, old recordings from when Eminem was a teenager. On these recordings, Eminem made racially insensitive remarks. The magazine allegedly bought the tapes for $10,000 and planned to distribute them, but Eminem sued for copyright violations. A court sided with Eminem and ordered the Source to pay his legal fees. Eminem apologized for these tapes, stating that he made it out of anger, stupidity, and frustration after he and his girlfriend, who was African American, broke up. Despite this, the beef continued. In 2004, Eminem released his album Encore, which included more jabs at Benzino. This album also contains the song Like Toy Soldiers, where Eminem said that he was ready to move on from all the drama.
Some receptionist said the source who answers phone to his desk has an obsession for me and thinks that I'll be his resurrection.
Still, Benzino was not done. He took offense to being called a receptionist and later claimed that he would slap Eminem if they ever met, which they never have. After years of silence, the beef briefly reignited in 2024 with new disses from both sides. Benzino has gone back and forth between wanting peace and reigniting the feud. Whether it ever truly ends remains to be seen, but odds are probably not. T.I. versus Lil Flip. The T.I. and Lil Flip feud began in 2004 at a Source magazine photo shoot. Before the
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, it is the 5th time the Source been mentioned. I'm glad this shit don't exist no more. What the hell? At first I was gonna be like, damn, what happened to the Source? Damn, man, we lost a whole award show. But nigga, get these niggas up out of here. How many beefs gonna pop off at the Source Awards?
shoot, producer Nick Fury, who worked with both artists, asked T.I. to feature on the remix of Lil Flip's hit song, Game Over. According to Lil Flip, T.I. did a verse for the remix, but was upset that he did not use it. Then there's stories of the two trying to outflex each other at the photo shoot. But after the photo shoot was done, T.I. was locked up and did not appear after a reshoot. Word got out that T.I. felt slighted, especially since Flip was now the sole Southern rapper featured on the cover. While T.I. was incarcerated, rumors spread that Lil Flip had been calling himself the King of the South and disrespected T.I. to some women at an event. One of those women allegedly had ties to T.I., and the message made its way all the way back to him. Lil Flip denied ever dissing T.I., but the damage was done. Once T.I. got out, he addressed...
It's like, you gonna believe the females? But at the same time, nigga, we don't know what was going on. But like, yeah, I'ma see him when I see him type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Flip directly on stage at Birthday Bash 2004, mocking Lil Flip's leprechaun image and daring him to come to the stage. According to Lil Flip, his plane got delayed and he did not make it to the venue until right when T.I. got on stage. They cut T.I.'s set early and deterred Lil Flip from going on stage when he finally got there. The real conflict centered around the King of the South title. Lil Flip from Texas believed that Scarface deserved the crown. T.I. from Georgia had already claimed it on his 2003 album Trap Music after speaking with legends from the South who supported him having the title. The issue...
Hold on, did Trap Music have Rubber Band Man on it? I can't remember. Damn, that's actually a good question. I can't remember. I don't think it was though.
Escalated when T.I. released his Gangsta Grillz mixtape Down with the King, which featured a phone call with Scarface dismissing Lil Flip's local street credibility and seemingly co-signing T.I. as the true king.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be no king of nothing. Feel me? Nigga, you can have that shit.
Gangsta.
Tensions ran even deeper when Lil Flip revealed years later that Scarface had once tried to sign him to Def Jam South. Lil Flip did not take this deal because the offer was not right in his words, which may have caused friction behind the scenes. Some suggest that jealousy over Lil Flip's early success contributed to his lack of hometown support during this beef. The feud turned physical when T.I. traveled to Lil Flip's Cloverland neighborhood, attempting to prove that he was not afraid. Reports vary, but most agree that the confrontation ended with T.I. getting punched and a weapon being fired into the air, breaking things up. Eventually, Jay Prince, founder of Rap Aloud Records, stepped in to mediate and they squashed their beef. Although the conflict was over, many believe that it hurt Lil Flip's momentum. His popularity noticeably declined afterwards. Flip disagrees, saying the delay in releasing his 4th album had more to do with label drama. The beef, rooted in miscommunication, street rumors, and pride over a title, became one of the South's most talked about rap feuds of the 2000s. Jadakiss versus...
Did they have a sit down on that podcast though? Because y'all know how that nigga T.I. got a podcast. I would actually like to see that conversation.
This is Beanie Siegel. The Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss beef sparked in the early 2000s, with several theories about its origin. Some say it stemmed from Jay-Z's issues with DMX. Others point to Jadakiss being removed from R. Kelly's Fiesta remix and being replaced by Jay-Z. Beanie Sigel himself believes that moment, followed by a Jay-Z diss, kicked off tension between Rockefeller and the Lox, eventually narrowing into a personal feud between him and Jadakiss. Though it may have started with industry politics, things got direct and heated quickly. In 2001, Jadakiss performed at Philly's Powerhouse concert and surprised the crowd by cutting the music to spit an acapella diss aimed at Beanie, right in his hometown.
Gun spitting, head in your back, stand over the body, fire again. Send Siegel a wire, I'm riding again.
The crowd reacted by booing, and word reached Beanie, who was in Philly at the time. Beanie Sigel showed up to the venue and was invited on stage by Diddy. Beanie Sigel seized the moment and delivered a savage freestyle diss in return.
Without the pocketbook and the wig, how you talk that pop shit when you roll with big?
While the beef was gaining traction, it was temporarily sidelined by Jay-Z's full-blown war with Nas. Still, the tension with the Lox lingered. According to Jadakiss, he was furious when State Property dissed the Lox on New York's Hot 97 in 2002. He admitted wanting to rush the station with the weapon but was talked down. Styles P also reflected on how serious things got, saying that while their beef with G-Unit stayed on wax,
what the hell is Jada talking about? Nigga, it's rap. It is rap. The fuck? What the fuck? You was gonna shoot Jay-Z? Now, well, I'm not the biggest fan of Jay-Z. Damn, nigga, for some bars? What the fuck?
The situation with Beanie Sigel felt personal, so personal that he once considered popping Beanie Sigel with the weapon. Beanie Sigel,
yeah, Styles P's getting wilding, gang. I thought Jada wanted to pop a nigga. I'm like, huh?
Later said that he never took the battle with Jadakiss personally, and in time, the two squashed their beef. They even collaborated on music later on, and in 2016, there were talks of a joint album, though it never materialized.
I want to be realistic about this. Brother, why Styles P clearly was not mentally stable back then? Because, brother, we not even really beefing about shit. Jay-Z and DMX really got the smoke. We just side niggas. We just side characters. Nigga, I'm not no pawn. Nigga, I'm not about to jump out the window. Nigga, what the hell was Styles P talking about? Shooting whom? Please tell me you were bullshit. Like, bro, please tell me you are exaggerating to prove a point of how the tension was. Because if you're saying that you were going to resort to violence because of some freestyles, my guy, the fuck?
LL Cool J versus Kool Moe Dee. From LL's perspective, it all started with his song The Doo-Wop off of his 1987 album Bigger and Deffer. In the track, he rapped about being 18 and making more than someone's father, a flex that did not sit right with Kool Moe Dee. Kool Moe Dee, an established MC at the time, felt that LL was being disrespectful and promoting the wrong image. In response, he released his sophomore album How You Like Me Now in November of that year. The cover art featured a Jeep crushing a Kango hat, LL's signature look. The title track was also clearly aimed at LL, especially in the third verse where Kool Moe Dee says, "I'm bigger and better, forget about Deffer," a direct jab at LL's album title.
In the background, meanwhile, I ain't with that. You can't forget that. You take my style, I'm taking it back.
Hey man, I might just be an old nigga at this point. Nah, cause even then when I was younger, bro, Kool Moe Dee had that to me, bro. That swag, bro. The nigga really, like, bro, you hear how he, y'all don't understand the bop, nigga. The beat is weird as, and he's still in that pocket controlling that motherfucker. Like,
LL responded with Jack the Ripper, which is a reference to the real-life Jack the Ripper that terrorized London in the 1880s.
Here's what my game is, here is what my aim is.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga on Jack the Ripper dick. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Bro, how many times he gotta say the Ripper? Now, this probably the original mention of that nigga. But you brought this back for cannabis? Can I bust?
I washed up, back beneath the wash up. My name is
Kool Moe Dee came right back with Let's Go, and he really let LL have it on this one. LL was not done though. He followed up with To the Break of Dawn. The following disc was the biggest of the battle. It's the classic song Mama Said Knock You Out. Inspired by advice from his grandmother, LL used the track to fire back at critics and his challengers, including Kool Moe Dee, with a powerful performance that became a defining moment in his career. Kool Moe Dee closed out the back and forth with Death Blow, a diss track and music video filled with direct references to Mama Said Knock You Out.
Your breath smells like my duck strap, C-A-U-F-E, you're riding me, D-O-D-D, Junior Moe Dee.
Over time, the feud cooled off. LL would go on to acknowledge Kool Moe Dee as a pioneer and one of the genre's foundational figures, showing that even in beef, respect can still exist from the culture's early architects. And just like that, 21 of the biggest beefs in rap history. I can't wait to see the comments of, oh, you missed such and such, and you missed this one, and I did not.
Not if it wasn't a real beef, gang. It says the biggest beefs. That being said, bro, shout out that nigga Clout Cancun, man. That nigga was cooking. I'm glad he mentioned Kumo D and LL Cool J. That was one of the first beefs that I ever paid attention to. Not like I was alive back then, but when I was going back into the files of history and just really paying attention to rap and how that shit evolved. So glad that got mentioned. That was the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Share your favorite beef out of all of them, or the most impactful beef to you, experience wise. I mean, it's probably still the Kendrick shit. Cause I know I'm an old nigga now, but that motherfucker was snapping. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, y'all.
Baby, slide by to my mind.